Sugar production from solid pineapple waste. Recently, the consumption of pineapple fruit and trendy of pineapple cannery industries produces pineapple residues such as peels are considered as solid pineapple waste. In Malaysia, the pineapple industry is considered the eldest agriculture-based export industry which has contributed the pineapple exportation to other countries such as Brazil, Malaysia, and Thailand. Comparing to the palm oil and rubber production in Malaysia, pineapple plantation is considered small but pineapple industry is considered as a significant role in the country's social-economic growth since 2011. There are 17,165 amount of canned pineapple was produced in Malaysia. In pineapple processing and cannery industry, the crown, stem, peel and outer core are removed and is considered as solid waste. During the pineapple canning process, up to 30% to 50% of the total fruit weight is discarded as solid waste. Since the demands for pineapples are increasing, thus the wastes from pineapples are also increasing. The waste from pineapple processing is either utilized as plant or animal feed, or it is just directly discarded to the environment. Through this, there are a series of pollution such as landfill pollution will be occurred and that will cause many environmental problems. Let's start with the characterization of pineapple fruit. Fresh pineapple mostly composed of carbohydrates and water, but it also considered as a source of organic acids, sugars, fiber, minerals and vitamins. Lignin, cellulose and hemicellulose are the three major lignocellulosic components found in solid pineapple waste, which consist of 37% of cellulose, 34% of hemicellulose and 20% of lignin. Cellulose is a crystalline glucose polymer while a multifaceted amorphous polymer is called hemicellulose. Lignin is a major polyaromatic chemical found mostly in the cell walls of plants. Cellulose made up by the repeating subunit of glucose and normally appears in the cell walls of plants and in conjunction with lignin and hemicellulose. Hemicellulose is a polymer that chained with 5 carbon sugars, usually xylose and arabinose, and 6 carbon sugars such as galactose, glucose, and mannose, while lignin contains 10 to 25% weight of lignocellulosic biomass and is the one of the restriction in the transformation into fermentable sugars. To minimize the waste and pollution, it is necessary to identify and know more about the wastes that have been produced. According to previous research, pineapple fruit waste contains main compounds such as enriched insoluble simple sugars, fiber, pectin and proteins. Environmental issue has become the world issue which need to be concerned. The pineapple wastes and other residues should be settled properly to prevent the pollution from becoming serious. Therefore, a series of solutions must be planned and studied. The discoverable of reusable or renewable source to convert it to high demand of product and gain profit from cheaper raw material have become the aims of the manufacturer nowadays. Through this, saccharification process is one of the ways to utilize solid pineapple waste to obtain sugar production. Saccharification is a process of breaking down complex carbohydrates into monosaccharide components or simple sugars such as fructose, glucose and sucrose normally occur in the fuel production process. The lignin and hemicellulose that surround cellulose will be broken down during this process. When the lignin component is destroyed, the crystalline structure of cellulose is altered and the hemicellulose is degraded. The increase of availability of cellulose will allowing it to be used for simple sugar synthesis. There are 3 pre-treatment processes involved which are chemical pre-treatment including acid and alkaline pre-treatment and biological pre-treatment which is enzymatic hydrolysis. Acid pre-treatment mainly on the breakdown and removal of lignin. Acid reactant has a high power to break down the glycosidic bonds presented in hemicellulose and cellulose in biomass. Inorganic acids such as sulfuric acid, nitric acid, hydrochloric acid and the organic acids like formic acid. For alkaline pretreatment, mainly depends on the solubility of lignin component in the alkaline solution. The alkaline reagent will make saponification process occur in ester bonds. Sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, and ammonium hydroxide are common alkaline. For enzymatic hydrolysis, it degrades lignin structure and biomass by the use of enzyme which require longer time than chemical pretreatment. Let's start the experiment. Firstly, the characterization of solid pineapple waste in leaf pineapple. Scudijahor was determined by using various methods such as dinitrosalicylic acid method, inductively coupled plasma mass spectrometry, high-performance liquid chromatography and Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy. The result proved that the solid pineapple waste contain high reducing sugar which containing glucose and fructose by HPLC and DNS test. The FTIR results showed that there are lignin, hemicellulose and cellulose contained in solid pineapple waste, while in ICP-MS it shown there are magnesium, calcium and iron present in the solid pineapple waste. For obtaining fermentable sugar, two chemical pretreatment process was carried on, which are acid and alkaline pretreatment. The solid pineapple waste powder was mixed with the chemical reagents such as sulfuric acid in acid pretreatment and sodium hydroxide in alkaline pretreatment. DNS and HPLC tests were used to determine the amount of sugar in it. Shown the alkaline pretreatment has produced higher reducing sugar and glucose than acid pretreatment. The best condition of pretreatment step was conducted in next step. Design Expert software was used in the optimization process in alkaline pretreatment. The parameters were temperature at 80 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees C, time for reaction from 120 minutes to 240 minutes, and sodium hydroxide concentration from 3 molar to 9 molar. The results shown the sugar recovery rate in SPW is the highest when 3 molar sodium hydroxide concentration with 100 degrees Celsius temperature and 240 minutes pretreatment time was applied. The enzymatic hydrolysis was conducted for the final step with the condition which are temperature at 55 degrees Celsius, time for reaction for 48 hours and pH 4.8. Finally, the high fermentable sugar was produced which achieved 128 mg per milliliter. Since the solid pineapple waste can be converted into fermentable sugar, there are many ways the solid pineapple waste can be utilized. The research aspect will also result in profits via the impact of the current findings on nutrients and fermentable sugars derived from pineapple waste. The potential of solid pineapple waste including alcohol production, biofuel production and production of various organic acids, particularly citric, lactic and ferulic acid using fermentation technology. In conclusion, this has proved that saccharification on solid pineapple waste can bring much advantages in future energy source, economic profit and environmental cleanliness, but also maintain pineapple plantations. Save the earth with the only pineapple waste. Thank you for watching.